today has just been filled with ups and downs. We started the day off with one express, and we no longer have that express. But we have ended the day with six combines at max profit for the day. I have not passed these combines, but I will. I have the confidence. I understand how to pass combines quickly, but not only quickly, confidently. And yeah, I'm going to be breaking down how I managed to take two A plus setups on my Express, and even though I lost, I still built good habits, kind of. And then I'm going to break down how I got max profit on five combines. So getting into it, we've got the Express. So I logged on to the markets at like 40 past two, which would be 9:40 in America. But okay, so fishing out a bias for today, I'm automatically looking at the session highs and lows. I can see that we've swept both of London's lows and highs, and we've got Asia remaining, Asia resting. So Asia gets swept up on pre-market, and at this time we were holding an external, kind of internal SMT with YM. So what do I want to see if I'm bullish? I want to see manipulation lower on the open, and then I want to see distribution higher to take out all of this low resistance liquidity. At this time, we are also holding OTE of the range. So if I draw out my fib from the low of day to the high of day, we can see that we are holding the 0.62 and the 0.705. So as I'm looking at this, I'm waiting for market open. Well, I would be if I was on the markets, but yeah. So market opens right here, as we can see. And at this time, YM just shat the bed and then ended up crawling back up, but we're looking at NQ. So YM shat the bed, creating an internal SMT lower. Now, what I want to see is displacement, and I want to see manipulation. So sorry about that. So as market opens, we just see insane legs up. What would confirm my bias being bullish is if we break this 5 minute change in state and still leave some liquidity. Now look, we did like wick the flip out of this, but I had a main drawn liquidity being up here as well, resting. So I'm still bullish until I'm proven wrong. So right now we have got our manipulation leg right here. Now we did have an internal SMT with ES, but I'm not really going to count that. I'm just going to say this is my manipulation leg. So we've got our manipulation leg. We've got our 5 minute change in state delivery. We've still got low resistance liquidity resting, and we've got even more built up relative equal highs here. So instead of me waiting for this 1 minute gap to be inversed, what would I do? I'm just going to enter with confidence on a lower time frame confirmation. So 30-second CISD is broken. I'm entering long. Stops at the low, and I'm targeting the high of day. Okay, cool. So I'm expecting this 1 minute to get inversed because we're holding bullish internal structure. But I'm not going to wait there because it's going to be such a bad risk to reward. I enter, price starts just manipulating, and as soon as this high gets swept, I move my stop loss to 0.9 of the range, aka just like the disqualification. Like 14 out of 15 trades, if they hit this point, the trade will just go automatically to stop loss. So why would I not shave risk off at the start? Cool, I lost $370. Both of these highs stayed intact. So I've got even more confidence that we're going to be bullish, but I have to wait for the right time now. First trade was an L, but it was an A-star setup. what am I doing now? I'm just waiting. I'm going to go onto the higher time frames and I'm going to see what is price drawing to. Here I can see the low of day is resting. Now, as soon as this happens, ES and YM are playing around up here on their charts. So NQ ended up holding an external SMT. Swept out the low of day, holding an external SMT. Now we've got these session highs resting. What are these session highs? These session highs are practically just 90-minute time cycles. What 90-minute time cycles are is the same as Power of 3 or AMD. Most people want to see Asia accumulate, London manipulate, and then New York distribute. And that is exactly what these 30-minute time cycles are. As you can see, the first 90-minute time cycle, we accumulate, building up orders. The second time cycle, we manipulate up to go lower. And then in the third time cycle, as you'll see, we will go up. But looking at this now, 3 p.m. candle high is resting. That is also a very high draw on liquidity. Let's call it the 10 a.m. open. Okay, so now what do I want to see? I want to see some manipulation lower. Bang, manipulate lower. Now, the smart move would have just been to enter here, because if I'm expecting us to just plow through to the 10 a.m. open and then maybe move the stop loss a bit, that would be cool. But I wasn't confident with entering on the inversion of this 1 minute gap, so I waited. And as soon as we broke 1 minute structure here, I entered in long up here. Was that a silly move? Yes. Am I saying that because I understand why price went after the trade already got hit at SL? No. No, this was a silly trade. It was a good trade, but I oversized and that's why I lost. So yeah, price did whatever. I got stopped out about here because I had no balance left. Yesterday I lost 700. Today I'd already lost 300. That gave me minus 1.1k balance. I had $900 to play with. If I was smart, I would have put my stop loss at the low, and as soon as we displaced through, I could have added a contract. Now my stop loss becomes here, but it's like, I'm not going to waffle on about that because it's just stupid. Like, I made a mistake and I'm admitting to it, and I know exactly how to improve. So, getting the express out of the way, now we have got 6 combines at max profit. 6 combines, we've got the leader account on 1.5k, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and here is the 6th combine. I initially just started with this combine, but I understood that price action was looking clean. We had a high time frame draw on liquidity, and we were just bullish on every index, so I expected us to be bullish, and I capitalized on that move with another 5 combines. One of them I bought accidentally, but regardless. As we can see, I took 2 trades. First trade I took was a minus 1.2k loss. That was stupidity. You know why it was stupidity? Because I was trying to predict what the market was going to do instead of reacting to what it was showing me. I was trying to predict that I could get a cheap sell in here when I understood that we were bullish. And that's how I capitalized on that move. But yeah, big things in store, man. Big things in store. That is the trading week done. And we've made a bit above zero progress, which really is off-putting, but I understand the game. I understand that all of this US government shutdown and all of that crap will affect the markets badly. It's NFP today, mate. Why does the NFP candle look like that? Like, honestly, it is what it is. It's out of my control. I just have to react to what the market's showing me. And yeah, next week I will be passing these accounts, and then it's straight up, man. It's straight up, upwards trajectory, building habits every day. And yeah, that is it for today.